I was watching the Dallas Cowboys preseason opener against the Rams, and I was really excited to watch Trey Lance play. I wanted to see if he actually could show a few glimpses of maybe being the future successor at quarterback to Dak Prescott. But it's pretty evident the more you watch Trey Lance, the more evident it is that this dude should be playing in the UFL, and he doesn't have what it takes to be a quarterback in the NFL. He struggles to read defenses. His accuracy is really bad. He has bad ball placement. The big thing with Trey Lance right now is that he's going into his fourth season in the league, and he still is very inexperienced, very raw as a quarterback. That tells me that instead of you playing in the NFL, wasting a roster spot, you should be in the UFL where you can get developed, play against lesser competition, and then maybe in 2 or 3 years, you'll be NFL ready then. But if you are at this stage of your career on your second team, and the big argument for you is that you still need more time to develop, you're not ready. You were a former first-round pick. The 49ers traded up the farm to get you, and yeah, you've been held back due to some injury concerns, but you need to show some progress. And no progress has been made from Trey Lance. Cooper Rush in only one drive did way more than what Trey Lance did playing the whole entire game after Cooper Rush came out. I mean, if you're Mike McCarthy and Jerry Jones, what's the use of keeping Trey Lance around when you could get a better third-string quarterback and then you could just move on from him? Because you're not going to get the future at quarterback if you are banking on Trey Lance to end up just finding a way to figure it out and reach his potential. He does have a good arm. He is a pretty good athlete. But when he was coming out of North Dakota State, the dude didn't really play that much there. And then the lone game that he played his final season, he struggled. There's not much film on this dude when he was coming out of college. He wasn't really that good as a quarterback in high school. As a matter of fact, there were a good amount of schools that wanted him to play tight end. The more you watch Trey Lance, the more clear it is that he just isn't an NFL caliber quarterback. The Trey Lance fan club, which is still pretty big out there, is starting to lesser by the numbers every day. Because you can only make so many excuses for this dude. He got drafted to the best situation possible. Everybody says how anybody and Kyle Shanahan's offense at quarterback always produces. Well, why didn't Trey Lance produce? Why is he the only exception? Why did he fail? He doesn't throw with anticipation. He doesn't have a good feel for pressure inside of the pocket. I mean, at this point, what is there to be encouraged about when you watch Trey Lance play in these preseason games? Because I didn't see anything from his performance against the Rams that screamed to me, oh yeah, he definitely could be the potential successor to Dak Prescott at quarterback for Dallas. If Jerry Jones' plan was to move on from Dak and go with Trey Lance, he definitely needs to reconsider that thing, and he probably needs to extend Dak Prescott. Because Trey Lance just hasn't developed to a point where he should be given the keys to the Lamborghini. If anything, he should get demoted to the UFL, get some meaningful in-game experience, and get some good development, because he just isn't ready to be a starting quarterback in the National Football League. And even when he was healthy with the 49ers, in those games that he started for San Fran, he wasn't impressive, and the offense struggled. He got replaced by the last pick of the draft in Brock Purdy, and Brock Purdy was miles better in his first game ever against the Miami Dolphins, who he was a fourth stringer, by the way. Didn't have no meaningful reps that week with the first string offense, just came off the bench, and ever since then, he's been one of the better quarterbacks in the league. Trey Lance, all people seem to do is make excuses for him instead of giving examples of why he still deserves an opportunity to compete for a starting job. At this point, Trey Lance, at best, is going to be a really good backup. Maybe you bring him in for some gadget plays where you let him run wildcat quarterback, get kind of tricky with him. Maybe you want to do a couple of, triple passes behind the line of scrimmage where Trey Lance throws it to the running back behind the line of scrimmage and the running back tosses it back to Trey Lance, and he either throws the football for a big play downfield or he makes some things happen with his legs. He is really athletic. He does have the ability to make guys miss. He does have a good amount of elusiveness, but he just doesn't read the field well, and he just doesn't have the accuracy and the anticipation that you need at this level to thrive as a quarterback. The Trey Lance experiment in Dallas is pretty much over, in my opinion, and he should be playing in the UFL.